And to let you know, Copenhagen Wolves picked Inferno and Property picked Dust 2. I think Property will win this game, but it could very well go to a 1-1. Copenhagen Wolves have been playing pretty well recently. Against Narvi, they performed extremely well. And we are live now into the first pistol round of tonight's proceedings. 4 maps coming at you right here on this Twitch channel. Maeve is going to spot Schneider and gets the headshot as he jumps up and down there. Pretty nice reactionary play. And Artensky, who was one of the standout players in the BO2 versus Narvi, thought I was going to try something a bit shady, but instead they're just going to be chilling out here in Banana after getting that first pick. Not going to be rushing in too much right now. The bomb, as you can see with Maeve, is still around the second apps area. As Cillian gets the frag into the apps. What is Hunden doing? Interesting. Either way, Twist going into apps. Nice shot onto Cillian, who was the man that got that frag just beforehand. But 120 on Copenhagen Wolves. Wow, Bibo. Wow. That is ballsy, bro. That is very ballsy indeed. But fortune favours the brave. And that's pretty much the mantra that Hunden is going with right now as he pushes into B site. There is a player dead ahead of him. That's Palf, and to his right-hand side is Zend. Meanwhile, Twist is trying to hold the fort down onto A. He's by his lonesome. The bomb is moving into A right here, right now, in the form of Maeve. He's going to be planting with 15 seconds to go, and that's definitely going to go down. Now the CT is going to have to try and retake this site. A player down, and Palf from only 37 HP. Twist has just been dropped 6 foot under. Nice from Zend. Gets the first of hopefully many from the Copenhagen Wolves perspective. But now Palf goes in for a frag and gets dropped himself. And that's going to be all she wrote. Copenhagen Wolves take the first round on the pistol. And this is something that we saw them do twice against Narvi on Cobblestone and still lose out 16-9. So they are very, very strong on pistol rounds. But typically they do falter in this buy-up. And Team Property are going to go for the Force. This is something you see time and time again. It has become very much the meta in Counter-Strike. That's going to include a Scout. It's going to include Kevlar and upgraded pistols. The Copenhagen Wolves are going to be playing this one slow and steady. Hunden, they're in Banana Archers. Stacking 4 players on A are Copenhagen Wolves. Everybody barring Palf, who's the lone defender over on B site. Twist having a quick peek across towards mid. Doesn't really get anything for his troubles. Just a bit of information. Loses 18 HP in the process. So, not a terrible trade at the end of the day. But now Palf needs some help. He's got a glaive with a MAC-10 in his face. But, interestingly enough, Copenhagen Wolves, they're not taking the bait here. They're not going to be pushing in towards B. They've got 3 players going through mid here, if you have a look. One of which is Glaive, who wants the bomb plan to last round. Hunden has the bomb this time, and now they're pushing in. The Molotov goes on towards Archers. Maeve going to be going in first with that Tech 9. Schneider to his right-hand side is trying to get some preemptive shots across, but it's Schneider who gets the first kill in that confrontation before falling to Maeve's Tech 9. And now with the UMP, opens up onto Twist, who's 1 HP away from death and gets sprayed down through the smoke. It's all on Palf, as Berg has fallen down. He was the last remaining player on towards A. Now Palf in a 1 versus 4. Desperately checking for a weapon, seeing if there's anything there for him. He sees a Cillian. And I'm not sure he's going to get this frag. He gets flashbang, and it's pretty much going to be the end of his life. He's being chased from behind from Glaive, though Glaive doesn't get the kill just yet. There we go. Tensky will take him down. And Copenhagen Wolves, pretty strong showing that on the first buy-up round from them against a committed buy from Team Property. So 2-0, that first box has been ticked. And now on T side, they're going to try and rack up as many as possible on the least favourable side here. This time looks like they're going to be playing more aggressively. Nope, they start to push and then decide against it, Molotoving off. Making sure no sneaky CTs. We're going to have a quick peek, and Tensky, with 16 HP taken away from Berg, will get that first frag. Breaks the deadlock here in round number 3. You're expecting Team Property to go down without much of a fight, seeing as they are on Eco. They have 3 players on B, however. And it looks as though Copenhagen Wolves are going to walk into that Venus flytrap. The question is, are they going to end up regretting their decision? So far, so good for them. They picked up 2 frags. Tensky going through arches. There is a player through the wall there in the form of Schneider. I think he just caught a glimpse. And now it's all on Zen with the UMP. There's the first one. 2 more players to find. He knows where Cillian is, and the call would have been out from Tensky's position. So he knows where the players roughly are, but the problem is he's only got 3 HP to his name, and this is going to be a tall order for property to ask for. And there we go. Cillian with the MP7 gets that kill. Been told to turn up the volume in game, so there we go. Hopefully that's a bit better for you. Match paused. Not too sure what the reason for this is, but either way, Team Property aren't going to be able to buy themselves up weapons. 3 M4s for mass, and Zend has enough money there to go for a full buy-up with M4 defuse kit and grenades. How are you, ladies and gents, doing in chat then? Everyone doing good? How did you bet? Who do you think is going to win this one? I saw a lot of people before we went live saying they thought Copenhagen Wolves would win this when they're actually not the favourites to take this one home. This is the first map, guys. Maps are Inferno and Dust 2. Copenhagen Wolves. Strathi, I'm doing pretty well, thank you. Hope I said your name right there. That's a lot of Wolves fans right there. Lots of Wolves. Denmark love. There we go. A Scandinavian confrontation. Thanks, Linus. And with the full buy-up on both teams, we are ready to restart the action, regain the momentum. Palf gets the first kill there onto Hunden. And that's going to give the CTs a bit of respite. On to B. Twist throwing up that grenade that could do some serious damage to Glaive. Pretty much lands on his face, but only does 18 HP there. I don't bet on games that cast, guys. Slow, steady round for both teams. 50 seconds left on the time. The Copenhagen Wolves, with it all to do, the pressure firmly on their shoulders. Cillian only has himself a UMP, which is, in these situations, not necessarily the greatest of weapons. It definitely can do damage at close range. There's no doubting that. I'm going by the HLTV stats that I looked at before we went live. However, they may have changed. Glaive's going to get himself taken down from Zen from Archers. Gets his second frag as well. And now that man, the aforementioned UMP, is in effect, although he's picked up the AWP from his fallen comrade and does put it to good use. There's the first kill from a Cillian, but there's 4 more Swedes to take down and only 10 seconds to do it. Berg from Pit does get himself one, and now it's all on a Cillian. 8 HP. He wants to save this AWP. Going through into the next round. I don't know if he's going to have a chance to, though. He's made noise, and Palf is going to be coming down the tunnel and gets the kill. No saved AWP for you. Yeah, I was going by HLTV stats, which was saying that Property was the favourite, which I'd agree with slightly, but I think this will be a very close game. I can see it going 1-1. Try not to spoil in chat, guys. Let the people that want to chill and watch the game enjoy themselves. Don't spoil. It's a really douchey thing to do. You will get banned as well. I've told them once to ban anyone that spoils. So you've been warned. Anywho, it's just bad manners. 5th round. What's up, Axel Ross? Or Axel Rose, I guess that could be. A brisk push through apps from Copenhagen Wolves, who are throwing caution to the wind. They do get the opening pick onto Berg. And there is Maeve as well. Flashbang through mid from Glaive. And he's going to be pushing through the arches. The apps, I should say, with the rest of his team. Bomb, which was dropped around Pit. It's going to be pretty easy for Maeve to go ahead and regain if he so chooses. He's only got 6 HP to his name, though. Flashbangs are plenty. Bombers being planted. It's a 4-on-3. This is going to be a very tough one for them to retake. Twist has opened up with the first frag of this confrontation, and that's going to give them a pretty good chance at locking this one down. There's the second as well. Maeve is still in the pit. 6 HP. He gets dropped. And the CTs managed to retake the site with 3 players spare. Defuse a bomb, they're going to get the second round on the board and keep a bunch of weapons as well. So, huge round for Property, trying to even up the scoreboard after they went 3-0 down with, of course, Copenhagen Wolves taking that pistol. Making sure they don't spiral out of control. You can see there, as a result, they are able to have full assault rifles, but if they'd have lost that round, they'd have probably been on a kind of force buy or even maybe an eco. So it just goes to show how huge that retake was. Behind Sandbag in Banana is going to do work. 2 quick 5 frags for him. Maven and Cillian both get dropped. The Copenhagen Wolves, who went for a mixed force buy there with, you've got a Deagle, Tech 9 and AK-47. By no means is that a fantastic buy-up. The barbecue is real in Banana. So many Molotovs have been thrown down. Here comes London. He's not done with this round just yet. Going to be lining up for Twist. There's 2. He's looking for a third. Brings up a Tech 9 and gets it through the smoke. Beautiful play from Twist to get his triple. And Property take their 3rd round in a row. And they do it in style, just losing 1 player. So that's going to put so much money in their back pocket moving forward in the bank. Original Toast Day. I would say this is a CT-sided map, yes. For sure. Yeah, they're looking to cook themselves some Danes there in the Banana, and they've done the same thing through mid this time. It's going to keep the T's a bit more passive. It's going to stop a potential rush, although judging by the setup of Copenhagen Wolves, I don't think they're really going to be opting for a quick rush on eco. Just a few 4-stop weapons. That's 4 P250s and a Deagle. Tensky going to be hoping to channel his Juan Deeg with that Crimson Web. Here we go, going through the short side. Twist is in fantastic spot with that smoke, and there's a pop flash, and here we go again. Is he going to get himself another triple? It looks like it's going to be Schneider that's managing to stand up tall here. He's got himself 2. And Twist goes back in for seconds. There's the Tech 9 spray, and he gets it overall for his 4-man. 2 HP left to his name. And 4-3. Copenhagen Wolves have the round loss bonus incoming. And you have to buy back up again, no issues whatsoever. They got themselves full grenades as well. Mr. Zambi, what's up? There you go. You can stop spamming now, dude. Any questions you have are probably answered below, guys, in the FAQs part. So I direct you to there. Ooh, Molotov. Alf. Deary me. I think he may have got blocked just before he threw that. It does happen from time to time. It didn't look intentional to me, judging by his movement, and it wouldn't have made sense. There's no way the T's would have been in that kind of position to start off with. I really think he wanted to Molotov towards where that smoke is going right now, or maybe in the middle of Banana. Copenhagen Wolves, fairly standard stuff on T side here, just using as many seconds as they can. But actually pushing in with 45 seconds to go. This is pretty ballsy, and it may not pull out for them because the Molotov's connected, but you just got Twist again, who's been a man on fire right now. He had to switch across his weapons, and that ended up costing him his life. But the damage has surely been done. There's only Glaive and Tensky remain. Glaive is going to be banking that Molotov off the wall, trying to force out Palf, and it does work, and he does get his kill for his troubles, but he ends up falling down. There's just too many players to find from his perspective. Tensky from the backside, courtesy of Speedway. Catches Schneider napping, but there is Zen to pick up the frag. So, this is how it's shaping up so far. Twist, after 8 rounds, has got himself 13 frags, 3 assists, 4 deaths. By far and away, top fragging for either side. And top for Copenhagen Wolves is Tensky, on a pretty respectable 8 for 5 himself. So, Twist has been starting very, very confidently here, and I'm sure Team Property will be hoping that that continues. Schneider and Zen both get themselves 1. Tensky through apps. He is going to try to bring that one back to equality, and that's just what happens. 6 players left, 3 for each side. That's Twist through the smoke. Wall flashbang to the forehead of Hunden. And when it rains, it pours. Twist is just getting the luck of the dice right now. CS can be such a fun game when this is happening, but on the flip side, it can be such a depressing game when nothing goes your way. Which is probably how Hunden's feeling right now, as he is 2 for 8 bottom fragging on the side of Copenhagen Wolves. This is looking like it could be a 6-3, barring a huge play from Glaive or Tensky. And the VAC spam comes out in chat. So let's have a look what the T's are. Glaive in banana, Tensky in mid. We've seen him a couple of times trying to push around the back from Speedway and catch the CTs napping. In the likes of Ruins, you've got 2 players stacked from Property right next to each other in Arches. So they seem to think this is still going to be an A play, but that is completely incorrect. Now Glaive's going to make noise, and he will see that man, Twist, quickly rotate through Speedway and try to get into close enough proximity to stop this plant going down. 15 seconds, the Molotov's been thrown. This is going to stop the terrorists from pushing in for a few more seconds. A lot of this is going to come down to Palf and his positioning. He's got the first one. That leaves Glaive in a horrific position, and he gets himself picked off. Really was on Palf. And he stood up to the plate. 6-3. And the terrorists who put a lot of money, a lot of finances into that last round, find themselves back on an eco. Albeit with a few grenades and a few Tech 9s. I do viewer games. This is my personal stream, guys, not just the stream that I cast on. So when I'm doing my viewer games, you can add me then, Mr. Zambi. But for now, I'm just going to focus on the casting, bro. That grenade absolutely destroyed Copenhagen Wolves. Look at that, Hunden's 35, Maves 53, Tensky 61. That's an MVP nade. And it's going to be a team kill, actually. Asilian shooting Hunden in the back of the head. And Property just cleaned that one up. No problem. So I was talking about them buying up some smokes and some grenades, but just didn't really prove to be useful for any of them. Died without a fight. Maps are Inferno and Dust 2. This is map number 1. And Team Property, who were 3-0 down, now find themselves 7-3 to the good. 7 rounds on the bounce for them. They'll be feeling pretty good right now. Doing their confidence the world of good, but we have seen that Copenhagen Wolves are a very streaky team. If they end up winning one, often they will win 2 or 3 in a row. That's what we saw on Cobblestone and also on Overpass against Narvi. Overpass was a fantastic map, by the way, guys. I highly recommend that you check that one out. Went into overtime. Awesome, awesome map. Maeve opens up on this round. Schneider probably feels like he should have done better from that position, but his team are holding down the fort elsewhere. Zen and Twist on Arches now going to be doing work. Zen's now going to re-peek and through the smoke, channeling his inner Twist. Gets the kill onto Asilian, who did not know what hit him. The bomb's been planted from the T's, and they so desperately need this round. Both of them are in the same position in pit. Glaive looking up towards Library, Tensky looking towards short. And Tensky just got completely decimated from Twist. Glaive gets himself a quick fire double, and he's looking for a third, but he can't connect the dots, and Twist gets it down. Heartbreaking for Glaive. If he'd pulled that clutch off, that would have been a huge play for him. That would have been highlight reel worthy. But it's that man again, Twist, who's now on 19 for 4 and 6 assists. Jeez, this guy is performing right now. And a huge reason as to why Property find themselves at this 8-3 advantage on the CT side. Let's have a look how the T's are shaping up. This is pretty standard across the board, nothing out of the ordinary. You can see that there's going to be 4 CTs actually on the A site. That's going to leave Palf once again all by his lonesome on B, and this is something you do see quite a lot from Team Property. They definitely trust Palf's ability to hold down that site by his lonesome. He does have some cavalry coming in the form of Twist, the man that has been on a mission, the talisman for Team Property here. Flashbang through mid. Looks like they are going to start to push. Copenhagen Wolves in the form of Maeve, who's taking point. Asilian looking towards short. Hunden is also there, and Tensky in apps. Meanwhile, it's that man Glaive who's still in B, looking to try and get a pick so they can quickly convert this into a B push, and that seems to be what's happening right now. The bomb carrier Vasilian's going back towards there. They're trying to bait it out on towards A, and they have got the first kill of the round with 36 seconds to go, but there is Zen from Quad, and he gets himself one. There is Tensky. Oh, he ran out of bullets, I believe, at the end, and it's going to be a 3-on-3. Palf is still here. He's got 3 players to find. He's got the first one. And this... No, I thought he had the second frag. He got the dink, I believe, onto Hunden, but that's all. It's still, he did pretty good work there. A kill and effectively 96 HP worth of damage onto Hunden, but that may not matter. It's on Berg. Hunden 1 bullet away from death, and he's going to go for this full defuse, throwing down the molly. This is awesome play from Berg, and it's going to pay off for him as well. Pros do not fake. Such great play. The call would have came through from Palf. I dinked Hunden. He's very, very low. Throwing that molly out, he knows there's a pretty high likelihood that at least one of those players can't push through to stop that defuse. And he played for time. That was amazing play from Berg. That is game sense at its finest. And that's a back-breaking round for Copenhagen Wolves, because once again, they're in a position that they could easily pick up a round and salvage this half. And instead, it just goes horribly wrong and backfires. Berg with the balls of steel. Schneider down to 7 HP. Very nearly gets cooked from that Molotov. Again, the T's going for an identical setup. Other than Glaive at this point would normally be chilling out in Banana. But this is just really Inferno in a nutshell. Copenhagen Wolves don't really have too many set plays, not too many set pieces from what I've noticed. You do see a lot of teams will throw smokes on towards the arch area, some into pit as well. Haven't seen that so far from Copenhagen Wolves. They seem much more comfortable on the B side. His end gets one, gets taken down. That's going to open up arches now for the T's, and that keeps the CTs guessing. But Schneider has picked himself up a kill. Please, please, camera, please. It just froze for some reason. I don't know why. Hunden, last remaining player. And he can't do anything. Don't you just love that bug? Where GoTV's like, nope, we're just going to keep spinning around the floor. 10-3 in Team Property's favour on the CT side of Inferno. Copenhagen Wolves will desperately want the 10-5. That wouldn't be the worst of halves. But they'd have probably been expecting more after they picked up the first 3 rounds. And quick fire kills from both Hunden and Zen. As it looks as though the T's are going to be pushing in aggressively here. They have lost to Cillian as well. Maeve taking point, 100 HP to his name. Only one player onto A, and that's Schneider. A lot is going to come down to Schneider. Look at this. Twist is quickly rotating. So is Zend. And there seems to be bit of delay here from Copenhagen Wolves. Maeve is the only guy that's really pushing in aggressively. Glaive is going to be going through the apps, but he's only got 23 HP to his name, and Schneider is still standing tall. He's being shot left, right, and centre. He's got himself killed, but did tag up somebody very, very heavy in the process. Glaive gets a nice headshot. Again, this is a huge round for Copenhagen Wolves that they desperately, desperately need, but they've lost the first one-on-one, and Tensky's down to 18 HP. He's got the bomb in hand. But he's against that man, the monster himself, the walking nightmare that is Twist. Twist snaking his way towards Quad, and he's playing this slow. Tensky is going to go for that plant. Twist is going to hear that. And he's going to be confirmed any second now. It hasn't been fully planted, and he is getting pushed. Twist is playing this one so well, and he's forcing Tensky to make a move, and it's going to be Twist who gets the kill. Tensky aiming slightly too high. And Property pick up their 11th. Very patient play there from Twist. He could have just gone looking instantly, but he played the time. Maybe Tensky caught in 2 minds. I feel with the time he had left, he had about 30 seconds, he very well could have gone all the way to B and planted that bomb. He must have known that Twist was coming to the site. But didn't quite pay off for him. On another day, he'd get that kill and he'd look like a genius. On another pause here, I don't know who that is from Copenhagen Wolves, but they keep timing out. How do I get involved with the streams? I've just been a caster for quite a long time. I got asked to cast some games here for GOCL, and I happily accepted. And here we are. Hopefully I'll get a chance to cast many more in the future. If you guys are enjoying the stream, by the way, hit that follow button. It will help support the stream. And I do cast quite a bunch of games here, and also have a personal stream here on top of that. Just chilled viewer games. We do have the 5th come back. It was a Cillian, of course. And we are on to the last round of the half. And a bit of a bare bones pickup for Copenhagen Wolves. Thanks, Axel Ross. Glad you're enjoying the stream. It is bare bones. They only have themselves a couple of... well, I was going to say a couple HEs. They've only got themselves one. A Cillian has himself a flashbang and that's it. There's a Galil on Glaive. And no head armor on a Cillian. So this really is desperation times right now. 11-4 is a must for Copenhagen Wolves. If they go 11-4 and then win the pistol round, it's very possible. The Nake CSGO, there's an FAQ section below the stream, buddy. If you have a quick check at that, it may answer the questions that you have. Did I cast Na'Vi in Copenhagen Wolves last night? It was 2 nights ago, I believe, and yes, it was me. And that was also on this channel. Alright, so we're going to have the unpause. Huge round for Copenhagen Wolves. The team probably were to win this, they'll be feeling very, very comfortable indeed. And what Copenhagen Wolves haven't really done thus far is play super aggressively. We've seen them do a very predictable standard setup without too many set pieces onto A. I'd like them to maybe play a bit more aggressive and try and catch property off guard here. Schneider having a peek through mid, gets himself a grenade in the face. It only does 9 HP worth of damage. He's going to be okay with that. He does back himself off to the site, and it is going to be an aggressive push, but it hasn't started well for them as Tensky gets himself picked off first. There is Berg as well, and it's going horribly wrong for the Danes. Here comes Maeve. I thought he could have got maybe a double and salvaged the shipwreck of this 15th round. A Cillian in apps is going to be peeking out towards balcony and sees Berg, but Berg gets the kill. That's a kill that you'd have bet your house on a Cillian picking up. And Glaive is trying to remedy this one for his team, but he's ran with his knife out, and there's 2 players left. I don't want to... I don't want to come across as condescending, but in a 2-on-1, you must think there could be a player there. Like, that seems... Okay, well, whatever. That's done. That's done and dusted. It's 12-3. 21-6 for Twist, who was the standout player for both teams. He has himself 8 assists as well. So he's been in the thick of the action. The only player that has more kills than deaths is Tensky on Copenhagen Wolves. It's not over just yet, ladies and gents. One thing is that Copenhagen Wolves are very, very good in pistol rounds. We have seen them win pistol rounds all day, every day on GOCL over the last few weeks. So I would not be surprised to see them just pop this one out because they are very good in these aim duel situations. Glaive and Schneider going at it for a mid to banana. And this pistol round is a must-win for Copenhagen Wolves. They've been flashed, trying to pull themselves back at Cillian very aggressively. And he's going to be rotating, and this could prove to be huge. Getting so much information. He's coming in round the back. The question is, are there going to be any players standing tall on the other side once he's here? And the answer is a yes. Cillian gets that bomb down. Glaive with the shot onto Twist. That man that you simply have to silence. And now it's a 2-on-2. Palf, 17 HP to his name. Zend on full HP. Glaive with 56. And a Cillian with 100, who is now moving through onto Library. Glaive is in a perfect position to strike. Palf just round to his right-hand side. He does get that headshot, but it was so touch and go for a few seconds. And now Zen's been spotted. He's being tagged up from a Cillian who pulls himself back from Library. Just play the numbers game now. Copenhagen Wolves use that game sense. They've allowed Zen to get across towards B, but it's that man, Glaive, who's moving into close proximity, and he's probably going to wait for that bomb to start getting planted and then get the headshot. Oh, he misses his opportunity. He does tag up Zen, but that's all it's going to be at this time. And now he's going to be repeat from Glaive. Zen probably should have had that kill. He's going to go for the plant. And he gets fragged from Massilian. So, kind of a comedy of errors there. Zen, on another day, would have got that kill and the plant and took it down to one-on-one. And that plant could prove to be pretty costly as well. So, the Wolves do pick up the second pistol round of the game. And it's weird to think that half their rounds have came from a result of pistol rounds. That is quite strange. Quite a strange statistic. Force buy from Team Property, no huge surprises there. Scout, Tech 9s, and Armour. No grenades to their name, but not going to matter that much, I'd assume. That grenade, wow, only 5 HP of damage. I thought that would be taking at least 20 off him. Just bounced over his head, I guess. Is the comeback real? I can see some of you spamming comeback in chat there. I'm not too sure. If it gets towards 12-6, 12-7, then I'll begin to believe. But there is a large deficit against the CT side. It is a CT-sided map at the end of the day, so stranger things have happened in Counter-Strike. 53 seconds, no casualties in the 17th round thus far. Schneider going to be peeking round, does just catch a glimpse of the ankle of Tensky, who started to open up with his SMG. He has himself the MP7. And our Property starting to move into position, looking to push onto A. Zend, Berg, going through, and that is a dink onto Maeve, who has to pull himself back. Glaive is now moving around, and it's Berg that opens things up, and they are going to be pushing onto this side. Berg with a second kill with that Tech 9, doing great work for his team. And they need to close this one out. They did commit to this round. The CT's trying their best to get some kills. There is Tensky, who's still in apps, still with 100 HP. Berg's down to 37, and Tensky's going back for seconds. And he does get his head took clean off his shoulders, courtesy of Pauth. But then, suddenly, the cavalry arrives, and Glaive and Massilian get their names on the board, and Copenhagen Wolves pick up their 5th round. So far, a perfect start on the CT side. They did lose 3 weapons. But remember, that was a committed round from Property. The dream is on. Stuckius. I'm still not sold just yet. Still not sold just yet, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel here for Copenhagen Wolves, and if they were to win this round, they'll be feeling a lot better. This is a must-win round for them. If they were to lose this on a pretty much a full eco, I mean, yes, you've got some pistols brought up, but there's no Kevlar. There's no primary weapons either. This would be a denting blow. They do have themselves a Deagle, and Deagle really can turn rounds on its head with those Juan Deags. P250s on Twist, Pauth and Berg, and a Tech 9 on Schneider. And they are going to be going for a more passive approach here on the T side. Not going to be rushing in with those pistols. Going to be trying to get some picks of that Deagle and convert that into a bomb plant. 1 minute on the timer. Once again, pretty slow round from both teams. Massilian and Glaive try to push up. They could find themselves in the thick of it here because they actually have themselves pushed really aggressively, and now Glaive's going to just spray down, and he misses so many bullets, and that's going to prove to be so costly. Not only is it a 2-for-2 trade on an eco, but they've picked up the weapons from the corpses of the CTs, and they've got this bomb planted. And from around, you really expect the CTs to win comfortably. It's gone horribly wrong. Tensky's been taken out. And even though the T's are heavily tanked, they have the 2-player advantage. It's just Hunden. And he's got completely wrecked off Send coming around the corner. I mean, guys, that round pretty much in a nutshell sums up how this game's gone. Copenhagen Wolves have just been outclassed from the get-go. They won the first 3 rounds, and then since then it's been one-way traffic. Team Property cruising down the highway with not a care in the world. And now Copenhagen Wolves find themselves on an eco. Because, of course, the round before that one, they lost 3 players. So, that's why I wasn't believing the comeback was real until you start to see 12-6 to 12-8 scoreline. And then I'll begin to believe. Hunden does get the opening frag, but Tensky gets picked off almost instantly afterwards. And now Hunden is going to try and fill in the gaps, pushing down to where his teammate just got dropped. I'm not too sure about this idea, Hunden. Pauth is there. He's waiting, and he gets the kill. Maybe Hunden was expecting that they'd push in and he could get some bullets that faces close range, but just simply doesn't happen. Oh, a shot through the smoke from Twist, who's been doing that all day long. And this time, the recipient is Glaive. Maeve and Asilian. Your last two remaining on the Danish side of Copenhagen Wolves. Both of them on the A side. Asilian towards mid. Maeve on the site itself. And the T is going to be pushing in ever so slowly towards B. Unbeknownst to them, there's no CTs close to this site. They could just walk onto it, but they don't have that luxury. They're playing it slow and steady. They're playing it safe. That is the smart play. 28 seconds, plenty of time for them to get that bomb planted. And although Asilian's made a lot of headway and got a lot of information, it simply doesn't matter. The bomb's going to get planted right now. Asilian does get a nice little dink and then finishes things off onto Berg, but it's just a drop in the ocean, surely. It'd be one hell of a comeback to rescue this situation. I'm a bit confused as to why Maeve is in this position right now. He doesn't have a weapon to save, and Asilian really needed some help. So, Gonna be going for exit frags probably at this point. And he just gets destroyed by Palf. So, 13-5. Should be 14-5. There we go. Has just updated itself to the Swedes. And this is make or break round for Copenhagen Wolves. If they were to lose this round, they'd be on a force bite, and there would be 10 map points for them to rescue. And I just think that's way too much to ask from them. If they're ever going to make a comeback, it's got to be right here, right now. They've got themselves a scout, 2 FAMASs. They have themselves 0 defuse kits. So they're playing the fragging game right now. Going for grenades, going for weapons over the defuse kits. And Schneider with the AWP shot there is end as well. And Copenhagen Wolves' dreams of remedying Inferno maybe slipping out of their grasp. Tensky in apps, he's done so many times from balcony, just locking it down. Palf's now going to push right past him, and he should meet the same fate as his teammates. No, he spins around and gets that kill. And again, it's those 50-50 situations. I'd say that's 75-25 in Tensky's favour, because he had the drop on Palf and he still didn't connect the dots and get the kill. And now Glaive is left in a situation he desperately doesn't want to be in. He has got that first kill. And look at the HP bars of team property. 10, 8 and 34. Go TV, please. There we go. Okay, I was just about to say, thanks GoTV, I was just about to say, they've got no HP, so maybe the CTs can pull it off, and then suddenly, boom, everyone's dead. That's going to be 15-5, and that's pretty much map done as far as I'm concerned. They're going to force up the buy. They're going to get themselves pistols and UMP. Twist and Berg. That banana. Now, Copenhagen Wolves, they just haven't had any answers here on Inferno. Second map is going to be Dust 2. So they'll be hoping to brush themselves down and come back stronger on that one. Twist again! Are you... Oh my god. This cannot be real. Unbelievably, he gets another headshot through the flashbang. But fair enough to him. He just sprayed the spot that was head height, and the player walked into his aim, which was Glaive. Asilian, the only man to get himself on the scoreboard this round. Maeve's going to be going for the pop flash and pushing through, and Berg just, he realises what's happening, and he did land a lot of bullets on towards Maeve, but it's not going to be enough to take him down. It is, however, going to knock him to 19 HP, and he's in a 3-on-1 with the bomb about to be planted on 8, and it's not going to be needed because Schneider gets the long-range AWP shot, and that is going to be all she wrote for map number 1. It goes the way of Team Property.